guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and I'm coming at you with a quick watering tip today. Before we jump into it, if you're new here, take a moment, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful, and if you want more tips similar to this. I don't know what the weather is doing where you guys are at, but today is a beautiful sunny spring day, and I'm just dying to get outside and spend a little time in my backyard and enjoy a little bit of this sunshine while we still have it. So without further ado, let's jump into today's video. So today's video is just a quick watering tip, a little tool that I found that is super helpful, and some of you might actually remember this from my most recent tour to Camelot Gardens in Montrose. I'll go ahead and link that video for you guys. I didn't get any plants there, and as soon as I'm able, I'm gonna head back. It sounds like they have gotten some really awesome plants in the last month or so. But I did end up picking up one of these little watering tools. It's by Shurik, I think. I'm probably totally butchering that, and it's the Copa watering. They have a couple different models, and I'll go ahead and link a bunch of their designs and different colors and different sizes down below. But I went ahead and picked up one of these. What I really like is the terracotta portion on the bottom here. I think that's really handy. I do have some of those watering globes. I tend to use those more outside because the soil does dry out really quickly here. It gets really hot and really dry here in the summertime. And so those kind of watering tools work really awesome for me outside in some of my plants on my patio. But for inside, I feel like they were keeping the soil way too wet. They were tending to overwater. And so I thought I'd pick up one of these and give it a try. If you've been around my channel at all, you know I am totally lazy when it comes to my plants. I don't want to be spending lots of time every single day or even every single week taking care of my plants. During the school year, I am super busy. I don't want to be spending a majority of my time taking care of my plants, and I have a lot of plants. So you can imagine if I were really to take that really deep and intricate care of my plants, watering them, taking them over to the sink, bringing them back, which I do, but I just don't do it that often. If I were to do that every single week, it would take me hours every single week, which I don't have. So that's part of the reason that I started that conversion journey over to semi-hydroponics in some of my plants. It allows me that kind of week to week maintenance is really easy. And then every other week or every 3 weeks, I do a full care regimen with changing out all the nutrients in my plant, things like that. I'll link to my semi-hydro video as well, so you can check that out. And that's been really super helpful for a lot of my plants. It makes the kind of day-to-day and even week-to-week maintenance really super easy. And then I can work on that deeper care when I actually do have the time. So back to this little watering tool. I absolutely adore this for a couple of different reasons. And the one I wanted to try it out on first was one of my Calatheas. I get really lazy with my Calatheas. I don't want to be checking them every 2 or 3 days, but in the summertime or if it's been really sunny lately, those tend to dry out every 3 or 4 days. They go through that water really fast, and they need that kind of consistent level of moisture in order to do really well. So a couple of my Calatheas were struggling because of that. I wasn't keeping up with a consistent watering. They were getting too wet and then not wet enough, and then it just was a big mess. So I thought I would try this in I think I originally put it in my Calathea Warswishii, which I will insert a clip a little bit later, but I really enjoy this for my Calathea. As I put the water in here, it just kind of goes down over the course of a few days. When I notice it's empty, I just fill it right back up again, and it's keeping a nice consistent level of moisture in my plant. The other plants that I really like this for are for my plants that are up high or in a hanging basket that it's just a big hassle to get them down to water them. So I had a couple, my Hoya SP Affinity Bartonii, which I will also insert a clip of. That one was really struggling because it was such a pain to take it down, take it out of its macrame, water it, and put it back up. And if I wasn't taking it out, I was either overwatering it and it was coming out of the pot, or I wasn't watering it consistently enough and it was drying out too much in between. That one is one of those Hoyas that likes a little tiny bit more moisture, kind of similar to the Hoya Bella. So I went ahead and got a couple more of these and put one of those in my Hoya SP Affinity Bartonii, and then also I put one in my Hoya Bella, which also really loves this. Both of those have been doing spectacularly since I have put one in. They're super easy. All I have to do is, again, fill it up to the top. With my Hoyas, I might let it go a day or two kind of empty so the soil has a little bit of a chance to dry out in between, but not much more than a day or so. So there's still a little tiny bit of moisture in those plants. So the way you use these is you stick this terracotta part down into the soil and you fill the top reservoir, and then you let it just sit in your plants. And slowly over the next few days, it will start to, the water level will start to go down, and it will just be slowly putting out little bits of water as the soil is ready to absorb it. It will go through the terracotta and into the soil, and it keeps this kind of nice, even level of moisture in your plants. And the best part about these is these are super inexpensive. This one, I think I paid about $8 for. I have a little tag on here that says $8. I think when I ordered them online, they were a little more expensive, maybe closer to the $10 or the $12 range. But still, for a tool like this that's keeping my life like super simple, it's great for when you go on vacation as well, and you're not going to be there to water your plants like several days in a row. I think that's such a reasonable price for a tool like this. So overall, I have really enjoyed this product. Like I said, I came back, I tried one, I ordered a couple more. I'll go ahead and link a couple, like this model, a couple different colors. They have a couple different, some that are smaller if you happen to have smaller plants, or if you like kind of that cute animal theme, they have some in different shapes as well. But I really have enjoyed this product. It's kind of my watering hack, especially for like my Calatheas, things that I was really struggling with getting the watering just right. This has been a huge help. So I thought I'd show you guys what this looks like in action. I will take the camera, I will head over to where my plants are, and I'll give you kind of a tour of what it looks like in action in my plants. Okay, so this one is my Calathea Wars with Shii, one of my favorite plants. This is actually the second one that I have owned. The first one had a lot of damage in shipping and never really fully recovered. It looked like it maybe had some sort of a virus or infection. I've still got it. I've got it in LECA, but it's not doing really great. So I went ahead and bought a second one. This one is doing much better for me. But you can see I have my little watering tool here. This is really handy for Calatheas. I tend to be a little bit lazy when it comes to Calatheas. I don't want to be checking it every 2 or 3 days to make sure that it's kind of that even moisture level. And so this tool has been really handy, because all I do is grab my watering can and I fill it up to the top. And then I just let it sit for a couple of days, right? So with my Calatheas, usually I try not to let it get empty, although I've noticed that if it goes a day or two on empty, it's not that big of a deal. The soil still retains a little bit of that moisture. But for the most part, I just look for when it's empty, and then I grab my watering can, fill it up. Super lazy, super easy way to make sure that my Calathea is getting the right amount of water. Okay, so this is my Hoya SP Affinity Bertonier. This one I really enjoy having hanging here in my room, but I was really struggling to get the watering right, so I put one of those watering things in here, and you can see it's about 3/4 full of water. It's been sitting there maybe a day or so. It usually takes a couple days for all the water to run out, but it's really nice for hanging plants like this. I don't always want to be taking it up and down and having to re-put it back in the macrame, but you can see that the bottom portion is separated, so there's a danger of overwatering or that the water's going to come out of the bottom. And so I find this really helpful. It kind of blends in, as you can see from a distance, not really too conspicuous, and it really helps me nail the watering in this particular plant. It's been doing so much better, getting a more consistent amount of water than me just kind of watering it whenever I wanted to take it down and out of the macrame. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it was kind of a short and sweet video this week. I just wanted to share that product with you. I think it's really helpful, and it's kind of my like lazy girl hack in order to keep some of these more high maintenance plants happy. So I hope you guys find it helpful. If you're gonna try it out, if you're gonna check it out, leave me a comment down below, or maybe you use something very similar. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any of those kind of watering hacks or tools that help you with your watering. And I think that does it for today's video. I will see you guys very soon with another video. Bye.